What's up, YouTube? This is NYG31 here. The Mets lose 4-6. I mean, the offense was clicking in the fourth inning, but unfortunately, after that Bay hit, the Mets offense continued to struggle. Um, we got two home runs from P.L. Alonso and Francisco Lindor, but unfortunately, Carrasco get into some big trouble in the sixth inning. Give up that base hit. I forgot who it was. It was Sean Murphy, whoever. And McNeil had probably had the worst. He probably had the worst fielding in the outfield tonight, bobbling 3 times, allowing the Luke Rowley to score. It was bad all around, man. I think what happened is the Mets is pressing to get to 100 wins, like the 101 wins like they did last year. And sometimes when you press too much, you're going to be either be a 500 team or the worst team in the league. So what the Mets need to do, take some extra batting practice, and pitchers got to work an extra bullpen section and turn this thing around, because losing 4 straight, that first game of the Braves series, it's not good. And we're 6.5 out in first place. I mean, the Mets have a chance to win the series against the Braves, but all they need to do is up to Lindor and it's up to Pete Alonso to carry this team. Because right now, I cannot trust Will Bay is very young. Who else? Who else I can't trust? Right now, I can't trust Star Marte. Even though he's coming around a little bit, he's still striking out an alarming rate. So Buck Showalter had to leave him down in the 6th hole. Drew Smith give up that base hit to I think Sean Murphy. I forgot. I think he gave up that base hit to Rosario or whatever. But still, he's struggling with his secondary pitch and his curveball. Hitters is hitting like 425. His slider hitters is hitting like 260. I think his two-seam fastball, whatever he got, they hitting 270. I don't know the stats. I have to look it up. And his fastball, he have a pretty good fastball. Hitters is hitting 117. So the problem with Drew Smith is he can't rely on his fastball too much. He got to rely on his secondary pitch. Even though his secondary pitches get tattooed, he should learn how to get his secondary pitches tattooed in his second outing or his third outing. And once he gets his feel of his secondary pitches, and once he gets those swing and miss, now he can go back to the fastball. Now he has to just like start mixing it up. Because if you don't start mixing up your pitches, and listen, hitters is going to know that you're going to be throwing a fastball, and hitters is going to spit on it. So all you need to do, go back to your secondary pitches, go back what you struggle with, what pitch you struggle with, and once you figure out what pitches you struggle with, and you struggle a couple hours after that, once you get that feel, then you could start getting swing and misses. Then you're going to get ground outs. Then you're going to get pop outs. That's how hitters is going to lay off your fastball. Not lay off your fastball. That's how hitters won't touch your fastball. Because if you start throwing your secondary pitches instead of your fastball all the time, I know your secondary pitches is getting tattooed, but like I said, Drew Smith, you got to start throwing your secondary pitches. You cannot be scared of throwing your secondary pitches and get tattooed. Get tattooed a couple of hours, and then after that, once you get groundouts and you get those swing and misses, then you could go back to the fastball, and then you could start mixing it up. Right now, just throwing your fastball is not going to work because hitters is laying off. You need to mix up your pitches and all that. Like I said, we have another chance of winning the series. If the Braves win tomorrow, that means the Mets lose the series again. Then it's going to be difficult for the Mets to get on a nice run because of the way their offense is struggling right now. But the thing is, the offense needs to kick it in gear. Starting pitchers have to be pitching better like they've been doing recently. And bullpen must pitch way better than they did in the early season. So if you could pitch better in the bullpen, starting rotation, if we can start getting this offense going, then we can make some noise. But we cannot be a 500 team during the month of June. We have to be at least 5 or 10 games over 500. We cannot be 500. If we be 500, we'd be out of the playoffs and out of the wild card race. So we must be out of 5 or 10 games over 500 during the span. Because we have tougher teams, and you guys are pressing way too much to win 101 games. It cannot happen. You have to just take one game at a time and one inning at a time, one pitch at a time. That's all I'm asking. If you could do that, we could start winning games. We could start being dominant like we did last year. Not saying we're going to win 101 games. We're not going to win 101 games. And this rate that we're going, no, we're not. It's not going to happen. We have to start taking one pitch at a time and taking one offense at a time and taking one inning at a time. We can't get it all back in one inning. You're pressing. You now need just to play your game, be yourselves, and that's about it. Until then, this is NYG31 signing out.